Hi, it's Elizabeth. I'm here with kind of an unboxing. I have this vintage, I think it's a candy tin, probably from the UK. It's got a beautiful picture there on the front, and as I turn it, you can hear there's a lot of goodies inside there. So I'm going to unbox it with you. It is, if you missed my short, it is buttons, and I'll give you a closer look. I'm hoping you can see very well. And it's always kind of fun to organize things like this, so I got out my little deviled egg plate. At least I think that's what this is. So here we go. All right. This one's got a little damage to it, but there are several of these in here. That's part of the reason I pulled the trigger on buying this from an estate sale. So that one's a little bit warped. This one, another one. So I'll just throw them in there as we go. Let's see. A lot of them are, you know, sort of plain buttons, but then they have little special spots on them. Like this one has the red and the green on the back. I think it's really cute. I'm not expecting to find anything worth a whole lot of money in here. It would be nice if I did find something, but it's more just fun. So that is a little milk glass with a transfer on it, and it looks like it was glued to some kind of a button back at one time, and it's not there now. So there we go. Let's see. Oh, I love finding these little covered buttons. Those are fun to make embellishments for junk journal and art journals and things like that with those. I might run out of things to talk about, and we might go through this kind of quietly, and I hope that's okay with you. This one's plastic. It's got a couple of dead rhinestones in it, but boy, is that blingy. Okay. Let's see. So I'm expecting to see some, mostly plastic, some mother of pearl, maybe some glass, hopefully some glass. This one's a glass one as we go through. So here we go. This one's beautiful with that star. See that? It's very dimensional. Yeah. I love that. I'll probably set that one aside to make something with, but who knows? I'll put it with the little flower milk glass one there. This is just a faux mother of pearl. I'll just kind of put those in the middle. Another faux mother of pearl. Faux mother of pearl blue. And this one looks all cracked. So let me see. Yeah, I think this one is probably celluloid, and it is cracked, and I don't want it to cause the other buttons to start to decay. So I'm actually going to throw that one away right now. I don't really know why that happens, but I like to keep things nice. So when I run into something like that, I like to put it away. Okay, little brown coat button. Let's see. I did not promise an exciting video. So maybe, okay, this one's shell. I think I'll just show you the ones that I think are worth showing. It's a pretty green, so keep that one. It's a sweet little plastic one. A faux pearl shank button. Let's see. And if you see something that I think is not, that I don't pick up as being cool, let me know in the comments. This one's very cool. It's got a thistle. So put that to the side. And then let's see. Okay, this one's another one of those little tiny fabric covered buttons. I like to use those in art projects sometimes. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna I'll collect wood ones in a particular place, and I'm gonna just make a little pile here in the center of these that are not necessarily so interesting. This is a very pretty plastic one. I love these little buttons that have that sort of mouth on them. So I will put that one to the side. All right, let's see. Let's do another bunch. And maybe I can zoom in. Scoot this over. Scoot this over. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock the camera. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got another one of these white ones with the floral design. This is not a button, it's a Girl Scout pin. Little mother of pearl, black. I think this one is wood. I'll save the wood ones for some reason. This one is plastic to look like wood, but I do think it's very pretty. Anyway, I'll stick it over there. And this one's so cute. And let's see. Little shank button. There we go. Ooh, another one of these. I'm happy with those. 2 of those star buttons, glass star buttons. That made it worth the price of admission for me. Got kind of a cufflink, sort of. Okay, let's see. Just gonna slide them off here. Oh, that's a cute little plastic button. Saving that one. Got another floral one. So I used to make jewelry with these type of buttons, and I also used to make magnets. I'd put a stack of colorful magnets together, glue them, and stick a magnet on the back. That was always that was always fun for me to do, to see what kind of creative things I could come up with. Anyways, okay. So it's not that these are not good buttons, I just don't want to separate them out. We should get rid of that, whatever that is, and that. So here we go. Okay, let's get some more. Okay. Let's see if there's anything that I think is particularly special. This one is, I don't think it's really high quality, but it is like a copper Indian head. That's very interesting, so I will look at that further. And another one of these faux pearl buttons. Let's see. Little gold fat button. These are fun to work with because you can find smaller buttons to fit inside and a contrasting color or something like that. Makes a nice decorative object, jewelry or magnet or whatever. Okay. Let's see. Is this one? No, that one's not. Oh, is it shell? I cannot tell. I think that one is shell. I will save that. Do I have a place for shell buttons? I can't remember. Right here. Shell buttons go there. Okay, just a little shank button in a cute color. There's another one. Could use those for eyes on a project or something like that. This one's pretty. I don't think it's terribly old. This one's a shell. It is quite pretty. So that goes there. There's another shell. Okay. This is kind of a nice one to do things with as well because it's so fat. And of course you can use them as buttons on clothes. But if you don't sew clothes, that's why I'm trying to give you ideas for buttons. I've made lots of different Christmas ornaments and things with them. You know, kind of hometown, not very sophisticated ones. Although I'm sure with certain buttons you can make more sophisticated looking Christmas ornaments. I like that one. I think this one is, I don't know. I'm not sure what this one is. It looks like it's breaking down a little bit. It doesn't strike me as celluloid, but I'm going to put it to the side. I'm not going to put it in with those until I get a chance to look at it a little bit more closely. So there we go. All right. Is there anything else in here I want to bother pointing out? Nope, there's a nice shell. Tack. I think I'll move that away. Okay. There's the back of a button. Shell. Little satin covered button. Let's see. One shell. Actually, I think quite a few of these are. I think this one's shell. This one is not. So anyway, at any rate, here we go. Let's clear this off so I can get the next ones out. Right, let's see. Ooh. A little excited and started throwing them around. So here, that's a very sweet plastic button. I'll save that one out. Oh, and this one's cute. I don't know if you can see how well you can see it, but that is a bird, probably a swan. I think it's yeah, this one's plastic, but that's a special one. I like that. And another covered button, a larger one. Another fabric covered button. And another one. Okay, we've got one of these white flowers, kind of like a spirograph. Let's see. Okay, that looks like I don't necessarily think it's navy, but it has a kind of a naval look to it. So I'll definitely see if there's any more research I can do on that one. All right, let's see. Okay, we have a black lip shell button. All right, I think I'm going to change my strategy here. What I'm going to do is keep saving out the shell buttons and then any of the interesting ones that I think I might want to make a project with, and then I'll fill the rest of this up with the plainer stuff. That's a covered button. That one was made by hand. That's silk. Probably was for somebody's wedding dress. Let me see if I can show you. Like this one has silk covering the entire shank, and this one has the, you know, the plastic shank showing. So this would probably been for a wedding dress or a very fancy blouse or something like that. So, okay, got another one of these guys. Okay, another covered button. I'm not saying that these are valuable. I'm just saying that I like them. So, at any rate, okay, let's see. I'll push some of these over here. Okay, it's a shell. That's a sweet covered button. Ooh, I got another one of these. Okay, I love those. Something to get excited about. Okay, here we go. Oh, and we got another swan. That's exciting. Let's see. Another one of those. That's kind of a cute plastic one. So is that. Okay. So okay. Next, that's a coat button. It looks like it's been chewed on by a dog or baby maybe. Okay, covered button. We know I like those. Let's see. Oop. What was that one? That one's leather, I think. I'll save that one out. Okay, got another one of these guys. If you do dollhouse stuff or miniatures, that could be the base of like an oil lamp, or I don't know, any number of things. So yay, another star and another star. So excited about that. Okay, another covered button. I may have to change again my technique of sorting here, but okay, I'm gonna put these. Okay, oh, and we got another one of those copper ones that looks like a Indian head coin. So that's exciting. Okay. This one. Huh. It looks like it's a cut steel button. So that's a cool thing to find. Okay, I like that guy. Another one of those. Well, anyways, I hope that you guys are doing good and that September is treating you well. Things are okay for me. You know, gone through a lot this year. But we are doing okay. I am doing okay. Doing something like this is kind of relaxing. So, here we go. Okay. There. Alright, I have no idea how long we've been going, but it looks like we're about halfway through, so I will persist. And then at the end, I'll pause it and show you the ones that are my favorites. One tried to escape. Let me see if I can find it. I'll find it later. Okay. Okay, I think we got some of those earlier. It's kind of fun to think about the clothes that these might have come off of. There's a little shell cuff link. Another sweet little plastic guy. Okay. I'll save that one. That one looks like it will be a good component for jewelry. What else is in here? Oh, this one looks quite old. There we go. That's awesome. Okay. Do you collect buttons? Did your grandmother or your mom collect buttons? I think a lot of people have a button box. Oops. I have had I've had them over the years, but then I get in a really crafty mood and I use them all up. So here we go. It's an interesting one. It's got a looks like a rhinestone in there. It's not. It's kind of a concave there. The button itself has seen better days, but I'm still gonna save that one out. Okay, we have a hairpin. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's another one with that concave bit. Okay, some covered buttons. Okay, we've got another one of those copper pieces. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, I put my finger on this one before it slid off. Oh, slippery. That is leather, which I think is pretty cool. All right, next. Okay. Little 80s looking metallic ones. I don't know. They could be from a different era, but those are okay. That one's pretty. We'll save that one. And let's see. I'm really hoping for some more of the stars, the glass stars, and those copper ones, and something else. Oh, the swans maybe. Okay, I'm gonna separate this one out because it's an oval instead of a circle, so I think that's interesting. Okay, let's see. Covered button. Let me see if I can show you. This is something that I have done with covered buttons in the past. Just thread them on a paper clip, and then I can use that as a bookmark, like that. Oh, there we go. So it's just kind of fun. They're not the most practical, but they're very fun to use. Okay, let's see. That looks like it's needs to be thrown away. I like that one. Looks like I already saved one of those. These are interesting. I don't know. I mean, I suppose they are buttons, but they only have one hole in them, so they're a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. So those are interesting. I'll put those over here. Okay. Are there any others? That one's a gray shell. Okay. All right. There they go. Okay. A little covered button. Like that fatty one, another oval. It's a pretty metal button. I don't think it's old. Let's see. Okay. Don't know what that is. It's not a button, that's for sure. Oh, here's part of a covered button that hasn't been covered yet. They come with this kind of a cap. So this is the the cap part of the button that gets covered with fabric, and then there's a flat part with a shank that gets pushed in the back to hold the fabric in. Let me see if I can find a bigger one so that I can show you. This one has a metal back, but it pops in there. So you cover the dome shape with fabric, and then you pop that back in, and it holds everything tight, and you get your custom fabric button. I think you can still get little kits to do that. At least a few years ago, you still could get them at Joann's. I know Joann's is no more, but that little purple one, so I'm going to save that. Okay. Alright, it's a pretty shell. Don't know what that is, I'm taking it out. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. So. It's a nice shell one. It's pretty. Let's see. Okay, that's a covered button. Cute. That one's a little bit special. It's plastic, pearlized plastic, and then it's got metal around the outside, kind of like its bezel set. So it's cute. Let's see. Shell. That one's pretty. Okay. I think those are all going in the dish. Okay. Alright, got another one of those. I don't know. They're somewhere over there. I like this plastic one. I like the kind of the carved design. Cute little shank button, another covered button. A lot of the covered buttons are covered with silk, but they could be covered with whatever. Let's see here. Oh, got another one of those. Another copper one. Okay. covered button. Another copper one. I'm excited about those. Let's see what's in this bag. Just a kind of a plain one. Let's see. If you want to see beautiful vintage buttons, Jason Adams shows them on his channel. He's a button collector, and you know, he has wonderful collections. Not like this, but this is fun too. Okay. Ooh, all right. I think this will be the last bunch. Okay. That's that one. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right, let's go through here. See if I can find any others that I need to pick out to use. It's a tiny little shell button. Okay, like that. I love these itty bitty 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 ones. Another covered button. Another covered one. This one's sort of a floral shape. I'll set that one to the side. Another copper one. Let's see. Well, here's another one that looks like it's bezel set. This one looks older. It's brass. And okay, that might be it. So hold tight, and I'm gonna do a little work on this stuff, and I'll come back and show you my favorite ones. Okay, I'm back. I'm in the light box now. Hopefully you'll be able to see the buttons pretty well in here. So those are very sweet buttons. They're plastic. Not particularly special, but they're really sweet. And these two, I think, are lovely. They're also plastic, but these are those, I think they're swans. So those are, I think those are special. Okay, and then in this pile over here, I have all the covered buttons that I pulled out. The kind of a taupe and navy silk pattern there on that one. Almost a corduroy pattern on this one. Another corduroy one. This is the one that I was showing you earlier. That even the back is covered. It might have been for a wedding dress or something like that. Might be a little large for a wedding dress, but that's okay. All right, I'm trying to corral those. All right, now this one looks pretty old, and I'll do a little bit of research on it to see what I can find out about it. Not expecting it to be particularly valuable, but I like to find things I haven't seen before and learn about them. So there we are. Over here are the shell buttons. Here's the milk glass with the transfer on it that looks like it fell off of a backing. That'll make a nice piece to use in jewelry. And then various metal ones over here. And then these are those concave ones that look like rhinestones, but they're not. They're sort of an inverted rhinestone. A couple of leather ones. Got these fatties. And over here, I have those little copper ones. So I think those are special. I'm really excited to have found those. Let's see, in the middle are just some different ones that I liked. These, they both have like a brass bezel around them. Oh, there's a shell. Shell's got to go over there. And then, last but not least, are these. I think there's 4 of them. At least that's all I pulled out so far. Really pretty pentagon shape. Star glass button. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Anyways, hopefully this was kind of fun for you, and I'll be back with another type of video soon. Love you. Bye.